Back, and today we are talking about using heat mats for seed germination during our cooler months. Also, how it's a great gardening tool for starting vegetable seeds. Gabriel Vega joins us now. Thank you for being here this morning. What are we looking at? What is this?
This is a heat mat. Many of us who are doing gardening, especially in the winter, or those of us who want to get a jump on the spring crop, we will utilize this tool. And basically what it does is it provides heat to the bottom of your seed flat, because we're typically sprouting and starting seeds in a traditional seed flat. So these are sized so that way you can put your seed flat over, and the heat will continue to draw those roots down. Seeds and the germination of seeds need to continue to grow in that ideal temperature for that specific seed. So whenever that's interrupted, if it gets too cold, for instance, you can get stunting. It could malformation, deformation of the plant. So this helps to regulate that consistent sprouting growth. This can also speed up the time when you go to transplant. So you can actually shave down, a 2-week period to like 8 days, and then go right into the ground with that.
How warm does this get? Is this something I can use on my back?
That's a good question. And the reason why we recommend seed flats that are specific for germinating is because you can hook them up to a temperature control.
Okay.
The temperature control has a probe that you'll set into the soil. And whenever you regulate the knob, it'll keep it at that ideal temperature. And different seeds will sprout at different temperatures. So with a little bit of online research, you can dial in and keep that temperature constant throughout the cold months, especially if you're doing it in like colder rooms like garages or anything.
How long should you use this for?
That depends on the size of the seed. Like these right here are some bok choys. These need to be transplanted. We started these about a week ago. So in this case, well, it would have been a week, but there's other situations where the plant needs a little bit longer to grow. It just depends on the plant that you're growing. Typically though, as soon as the root zones start to peak outside of the seed flat, like what we see right here, I don't know if you can see that, Bill, that means that it's time to transplant. Anything else will start to result in like a more stretched plant or a stressed plant.
Now, is this something you need to use, or it just helps you out?
Again, it can be necessary on those temperatures that require warmer temperatures, but like in the case of tomatoes that can still germinate at colder temperatures, it's not necessary. It just helps to speed up the growth of the rooting process.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for being here this
welcome.
morning, and we want to remind you about a few farmers markets around town.